Hello Steelers, and welcome to what is now very traditionally our Christmas game. And I say ours because I'm going to be playing this with Dean, who you will see in a bit once I've done the introductions. He'll be part of the action. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. But what we're playing is, we are playing I Ain't Been Shot Mum. And this being Christmas, I thought, been thinking about what kind of games can I do that set around Christmas time, snow, that kind of thing. Well, Hong Kong actually fell on the 25th of December 1941. Some of the last men fighting were the Hong Kong Volunteer Defence Corps, and I've kind of, I've been interested in these guys for quite a while. They're a very interesting, strange little unit that were kicking around really just in Hong Kong. They were defeated by the Japanese, as were the rest of the British forces on Hong Kong Island. British and Indian forces, but some of them escaped and they ended up fighting in Burma as well, and they earned quite a lot of honour titles and mentioned in dispatches and that kind of thing, medals and stuff. So they're quite an interesting little force. A lot of them were quite older than the usual regular soldiers that were also fighting alongside them, so they were some of these guys were First World War veterans, for example. So I thought I want to put those on the table, but obviously we're going to be fighting against the Japanese. So this is going to be Hong Kong, 1941, and it's Christmas time. And of course, obviously being Christmas time, we've got to have some snow. Now, it doesn't always snow in Hong Kong, but it is going to snow this time. And obviously, December for them is their summertime, but, it can't be a Christmas game without snow. So basically, this is the table in front of me here. It's going to be a Japanese attack, and it's basically on the 24th, 25th of December, the attack into Stanley Village, which on the Stanley Isthmus, which was one of the last stands of the Hong Kong Volunteer Defence Force. It's got elements of the 229th Japanese Infantry Division regiment fighting in there, and also up against the 2nd Company of the Hong Kong guys. So I've taken some of the lists from the Blitzkrieg, the Japanese Blitzkrieg I Ain't Been Shot Mum book. But also I've kind of just developed my own Hong Kong Volunteer Defence Corps from the Chain of Command Far East supplements. So basically, triple it up, and had a look around for some other sources. These guys, they didn't have all the same equipment that a lot of the other British forces would have had. So they didn't have 2-inch mortars, they didn't have the Boys anti-tank rifles, but what they did have were their Heath Robinson vehicles, their armoured cars, which were destroyed in the battle. But I've decided I'm going to put a couple of these in because I want to get my use out of them. I did buy them from Paul at Sabotage, and he does sell them as well. Right, that's enough of that nonsense. What I'll do is I'll show you the table and I'll show you the forces. We'll talk about the forces first, Japanese versus the Hong Kong Volunteer Defence Corps. And I'll talk a little bit about the deck build-up as well that we're going to be using, because it's going to be slightly different to probably what we've used in the past. And as I say, this is a game between myself and Dean, so next time you see the table in action, it's going to be the two of us, and hopefully it should be an interesting game. So for the Japanese, they've got the 3rd Company of the 229th Infantry Regiment, and this is broken down into 3 platoons. They're headed by a big man over here, their headquarters, just one big man on his own. He's a level 4 though, so he's quite high up. They've got 3 platoons here, and these platoons are made up of 3 rifle sections. Each of those have got 10 men in them. They also have... Japanese normally have bigger rifle sections, but they probably lost quite a few on their fighting in the previous weeks in Hong Kong anyway. And then they also have these grenade dischargers as well, which can fire without line of sight, so they're quite useful. So there's basically about 40 men or so, 41 including their big man as well, so 41 men in each of these, so about 120 men in total. 120, 125-ish men in total. They've also got 4 light tankettes as well. These are TK, Type 97 TK tankettes. There was units from the tank platoon from their infantry division kicking around Stanley Isthmus, so I've decided let's chuck those in as well just for fun. And facing them and trying to stop them, but inevitably not doing anyway, by the 25th they will have surrendered. are the Hong Kong Volunteer Defence Corps. So these is quite, like I say, a stripped down platoon compared to a normal British one. So we have our company headquarters, which is here. So that's made up of two big men. They're level 4 and level 3. And then we also have each of the platoons, as I say, pretty stripped down. It's a 10-man platoon, so there's only 10-man rifles in each of these, so 30 men in total, including a big man, so 31. So that's it. They're literally rifle teams, rifle sections with a big man, and there's 3 of those, so it makes up for 90. But then we also have, as I say, the Heath Robinson armoured cars. These were basically up-armoured truck chassis, but they do have heavy machine guns on them as well. Sorry, medium machine guns on them. They've got 2 of those in thing, but they are very lightly armoured, but they might be able to do something against those Japanese tanks if they're able to drive them off, or at least against the infantry. So it's a bit of a mix, really. Now, of course, everybody has blinds. The Japanese will have a blind for each of their platoons, plus their tank platoon and their HQ. They are also going to get 2 extra dummy blinds as well as part of their allotment. Meanwhile, these guys over here, they have 1 for each of their platoons, 1 for the HQ, 1 for the armoured cars, but they also only have 1 dummy blind as part of their allotment as well. Then, of course, so we do have, it's played on cards, as you know. So there we've got the Allied blinds and the T-brake and the Axis blinds. So that's just going to be our starting point. Anyway, that's our starting deck. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about the decks and the actual makeup of the decks, because the good thing about I Ain't Been Shot, Mum, is you can really, although you've got the figures on the table like this, and it looks, this might be fairly squared up, especially, a reasonably biggish defence force against this attacking force. It's about right, but what you can do is you can also cook the books a little bit by using extra cards within those decks themselves. So what we've got, let me just quickly go through. I mean, we've got your typical stuff. So the Axis, these are the Japanese. We've got the big man all the way through to their big man 5, and then they've got platoon 1, 2, 3, and then their armour as well. But they've also got a rally card. I figured because the Japanese are attacking and they are almost, at the point of defeating the enemy, I figured that's a good reason for them to have a rally to push them on. Basically, what this does is when this is played, they can either take 1 shock off 1 section that is completely unattached and on its own, or they can use this with a big man, and it's a bonus, and he can take off as much shock as his level is with a unit within his area. So I thought that's quite a nice one. We've also got Axis rapid deployment as well, which I figured this is basically for moving a blind and extra. So again, the Japanese were attacking very quickly. Hong Kong fell within about 3 weeks. So I thought just to really emphasise that, give the Japanese that extra bonus movement for some of their blinds early on. We also have the Axis Human Wave as well, so this is where they can draw together several sections and charge in an attack. And again, this is kind of, it's not a banzai charge, but it's similar tactics to what the Japanese were doing, hitting hard and hitting fast early in the war. So this is, again, I've just kind of put this in just to give that a little bit of dynamism. Speaking of dynamism, we have the Axis Dynamic Leader. This means a single big man can move, and it's a bonus move. He can just move about wherever he wants to, obviously within his dice distance. And then also Axis Heroic Leader. Now when this comes up, you basically choose one of your big men, and if they want to do something like, say for instance, attack an armoured car, or go into close combat on their own against something, you can use this as a bonus. You kind of decide it between the players. And I thought, again, because the Japanese, because of their dynamism during the fighting at Hong Kong, I thought that was just a little nice addition. Over here, for the Allied, of course, they've got their big man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They also have a dynamic leader as well, because again, I figured that they would have some of their men were mentioned in dispatches. Some of them got all kinds of awards during the fighting here. So I figured this is a nice way of doing that. And same with the Allied heroic leader as well. I've also put in Allied ammo shortage because they were running low on ammunition. They were getting pushed back, and also because they're not a particularly it's not a regular force. They were pretty much militia. I figured that this is a way of demonstrating that basically if this card comes up after they've fired, they are short on ammunition, whichever unit fired, and then also they can only fire at close range with a couple of dice. Can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but it basically stymies them a little. Then we've got their armour, of course. And then the platoons, and then of course, because they were right on the very edge of defeat, and this is a last stand. Again, I figured let's put in a rally card for them as well, just so they've got that little extra push, just in case, you know, they're able to get it over the edge. So this is, as I say, this is a nice thing about I Ain't Been Shot Mum, is the fact that you can actually just mix up the cards and just put what you want in wherever you need it. Right, let's have a look at the table itself. Okay, so this is a part of the Stanley. It's running down to Stanley Village itself here. This is just the outskirts, the suburbs of Stanley Village, just a couple of houses on the very edge of it there. So this is going to be the point where the blinds for the Hong Kong Volunteer Defence Force are going to come in here, Fence Corps should I say. We've got this little patch of woods on this side here to break up the attack. The Japanese are attacking down the road from this edge here, so it's going to be quite a tight attack for the Japanese, but the isthmus was quite tight itself. And then on the back we have it's basically lots of hills and woods, so this is going to be difficult terrain. It's going to be very hard for anybody to go through, so it's kind of bottlenecking and funneling the Japanese into an attack at least down the road and straight on forward. So it's going to be a really pretty tough clash, I think, on this one. It's going to be an interesting game, and as I say, let's see what happens, and let's see if the Hong Kong Volunteer Corps can actually hold off this Japanese attack, or if Japan will be in Hong Kong or in Stanley Village by Christmas. Rightio, folks, here's Dean.
Hello!
As I mentioned in the intro, very nicely Dean has brought along with him a fire table that we've now pinned up there, so we don't have to refer to the actual charts. So that's good. That's a 21st century change of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've quickly just really set up our blinds. So mine are over here around Stanley Village, or the edge of it, and then Dean's are basically up on the end. We said that I could deploy up to 24 inch into the table, and he can deploy on the table edge. So he's got a couple coming through that heavy terrain.
Very heavy terrain.
Yeah, and then a couple, the rest of them are coming down that valley, basically. So, Dean, do you want to give those cards a shuffle and then draw the first one?
Glamour.
Yeah, it's put a bit of glamour on for us as well.
I'll propose a few comments. Right, okie dokie.
I've got nothing to say about it.
So, first card.
First card up is
Allies Blind.
Allied Blinds. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to try and do some spotting. That's the only thing I'm going to try and do with my blinds. So I'll just we'll do that in a second. So each of mine have got 4 action dice. So I'm going to try to spot with this first one against that middle one there. So what's the range? I think it's going to be
very long.
24 centimetres up.
It's
24 inches up. So
easily over 3 foot.
Yeah. You are in the open.
Yes.
So I need a 7 up to spot you.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my first action dice to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the other 3 to take it to a 4 up. Let's see what we get. 6. So they're spotted.
So reveal.
You reveal them. And it's a dummy! Swines.
Disappointment reigned at Christmas time.
Right, I'm going to try with these ones here, and they're going to try and
same.
spot that one there. So it's going to be the same. So this is going to be again, and I'm using all my dice on this. So what do you say, 4 up?
Yep.
And that is a 9. So
that reveals blue platoon.
Blue platoon. Okay. Do you want to put those on?
We'll put them on in a second. We'll do all the reveals. We might as well get them all at once.
I'm thinking probably really the only other one that can probably spot is this one here, and probably at that one I would have said.
Is that going to be a bit obscured though?
Yeah, I was going to say that's not the open.
If we go down to eye level,
have a look.
We've got about that much.
Okay, yeah, so that's definitely obscured. So what we're looking at, so I'd say badly obstructed.
Yeah.
And at that range, I can only see it on a 14 up. So
you're gonna have to
if
use
I
all
add
of
those,
it.
Yeah, so I've add those in 3. So I need an 11 or a 12. Probably not going to happen, is it? Close. That's a 9. No, so I think that's the only one that can really spot out of those. So you want to put your platoon on, and we'll keep
the
rolling.
black platoon.
Right, so basically that is that platoon there. There's a bit of confusion about which big men were which. You've put your HQ in there, haven't you, as well?
Yes.
With them? So you got your big man in there. So that means basically what we've done is we've added in a ton of half a pack of Japanese cards over here, as you can see. So next card up, please, Dean.
And that will be Axis Blinds.
It's the Axis Blinds. Okay, so what do you want to do?
Let's go.
Now that platoon, because his card has not yet come up and it won't go until the end of the turn, you can move that platoon on these, and they will operate with 4 dice per section.
We'll start with the blinds.
Okay.
So
they've got four action dice, which they can use to move or spot.
We'll move. So straight up, well, angling in.
Brilliant.
Excellent. 11.
I don't think they've got their laces tied, have they? 11 inch for those boys.
Takes me to there. Same here.
So it's that rapid Japanese expansion going on. This is how they won the war. Oh no, they didn't, did they?
14.
Get them lads in.
We'll do these.
Now, they normally you'd be moving at -2 on each one, but because they're blinds, they only move at -1 on each one.
Exactly what I planned.
So basically, it's a -4 off your total for each of those ones. Don't like it. Don't like it.
12, 13, 14, 15.
So 11 inch for the first one then.
Which is going to take me there. I'm just going to
just move the trees out of the way. Don't worry about it.
That's okay. And
Just to show where the trees are.
moving faster than the guys on the ground. And the same with this one as well. God. So that's 22 -4, 18.
Crikey. They are. I should have put some defences up on that hill, shouldn't I?
Exactly what they didn't do, isn't it? I've read the Wikipedia today. And we'll...
And then you got your platoon over here to do their thing if they want to do something.
Do you know what? I'm fine.
You're not doing anything?
No.
Right.
Well, I tell you what, no, we'll have a spot.
And we can say they can't fire, but they can actually spot.
We have a spot. We've got...
Right, so what you're spotting at?
Straight down the centre. No, that one. No, further up, yeah.
This one here. Right, this is the last one. This is going to be the last one. This is in the open.
Yeah.
So, as before, it's going to need a 7-up. And you can spot with each section separately if you want. And you can basically try to spot 4 times or add those extra dice on for one pip extra per dice.
We'll do what you did. It's going to be a 4.
So you're adding 3, so 4 is up, for this one.
Plus it'll save us calculating it.
Absolutely.
There's a 6.
That's a 6, so you've spotted. So that's your first section, just make a note of that. That is a dummy.
I suspected as much.
Yeah, well, there you go. Just to show the folks at home, there you go, dummy.
We'll carry on down the line to that one at the back.
Alright.
Doing the same.
That's this one here. So that's going to be the same again, over 24 inch. Again, you're needing a 4-up. Or is it lightly obscured, I would have said at that point.
Why?
What do you think? I suppose no, it isn't, is it?
We didn't like obscure.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Oh, is it still not in cover? Yes, it's in the open, so it doesn't.
It's in the open, so yeah, it's still a 7-up.
Why am I rolling 4 dice? Give me a second.
That's alright.
Try that again. No.
3, excellent. So you've got.
Try the same again.
Alright, try same again then. Please get another 3.
No, that's it. 8.
You've spotted this one. So this one over here is platoon number 3. So they're going to be around there. So I'll just leave that there and then set those up.
And we'll try the obscure.
Unless you wanted to fire at them or anything.
Nah.
Okay, well they're very obscured because they're in that compound. So that's going to be 14. So again, if you're adding 3, you need 11 or 12. It's the same as me.
For a penny.
May as well.
10.
Oh, so close.
We push repeaters.
Everybody was spotting. Right, so I'll just get these set up and we'll crack on with the next card. Right, so that's the platoon. They're basically deployed into those buildings there around the water tower. So Dean, next card. I've also added in the cards as well for
tea break as suspected.
Right, so that ends the turn. So do you want to give those cards a shuffle? What was it? The last one was the Allied
deployment, which I could have done with actually, but never mind.
Very useful, but it is what it is. Right, he's giving them a good shuffle.
Effectively turn 2.
Yes.
Rapid deployment.
Right, okay, so rapid deployment. So this is bonus for any one of your blinds. It's only a move. This is just to reflect that the Japanese speed of movement through Hong Kong.
This one.
You're moving that one?
Yep.
So as they're coming into there, it's going to be -1 off their dice.
Yes. Straight through.
Of course. Give it a go.
6, 10, 12.
I was kind of thinking this could be a complete and utter walkover for you, but who knows?
12, so I'm just taking 1 off that.
No, you're taking 1 off for each dice.
12 off, so it's 8 inches.
8 inch, yeah. Because blinds move faster than people, but they still get slowed down by stuff like that. Right, next up.
Creeping up. Whatever that is.
I wonder what it could be. Don't think he'll be pushing his foot.
Allied Platoon 3.
Right, okay, so that's our fellas then. What can I do? Can I do some firing? There you are.
Okie dokie.
Right, so I've decided I'm going to fire with this section. I'm just going to fire at that forward section over there that Dean is now pointing at. So
in the distance.
In the distance. So it's a long range shot. We're going to say it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's
because of the intervening bits and pieces.
Yeah. So looking at something high. So that's 13 on that.
Which will take us to the chart.
It is.
Okay, shot is 2.
2 hits. So you've got 2 saves. You pass me that camera. So you're saving on. Well, see what happens. 5, 6 is a kill. 3, 4 is shock. Could do something.
A shock.
1 shock. Right, we'll put that shock on and move on to the next one. Dean wouldn't let me fire because there's too much stuff in between the next section and
there's a bush, a corner of a building, the legs of the water tower, and a truck.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, so
even being the most generous I could be.
Yeah, let's just move on from this sorry scene.
Big Man 4.
Right, okay. So what level is he? I think
that's
he's
your command headquarters.
Yeah, so he's a level 4, I think, isn't he?
Yes.
So he can actually command all of that platoon, or reduce shock, or do other things as well.
Well, we'll take shock off first.
So now he's down to 3 activations.
Yeah.
So he can activate.
And we'll shoot. We'll fire back.
You're firing back?
I'm going to say... Well, yeah, they're all... It's still a okay shot.
Yeah, it's an okay shot at long range, isn't it? So it's over at these ones here in a little garden. Right, yo. So they've got...
They're behind the gardens, though. We probably should call it a pour.
That's a good point, because you were in the open and I'm not. Yeah, call it a poor shot.
Or shall I shift them up?
You're just trying to scrape back a bit of...
Trying to be fair.
Are you going to move them or are you going to fire them? Personally, I'd move them, but you are an idiot.
I'm 50-50, and
they're just sitting there in the open and they've got a big man amongst them.
Let's get them all jimmied away, shall
we? Alright, so they've got 3d6 each section for their movements, because they're in the open. They don't need to take anything off it.
No, it's too far away to go for a spot move. Let's just move. So this section here is a grand total of 14.
That's not a bad move, that, for the 3 dice.
Take them there.
Get them shifted. Don't forget they're 2 extra figures as well. There you go.
Remember, I put them to the left. Same here. That's 11. Just take them nice here. Just on the sideways.
Sideways shufty.
9.
And that's his last activation. So that's them shifted.
So stagger in a line. So we've just staggered the line across there.
So next
tea break.
Okay, so that ends everything then. So I'll give him a shuffle. Right, next up. Yeah, tea break straight away.
Allied heroic leader.
Right, so what we do with that is we put him out and just keep it to one side, just in case something happens and we think, oh, that's something that he could do. Otherwise, he gets shuffled back in the card deck. If he does something heroic, then the card is gone.
Allied rally.
I've got nothing to rally.
Axis rapid deployments. That's one team again, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's one of your blinds.
We'll do these guys again.
Of course. I love seeing those dummies come in close. So if you're using all 4d6, then it's -4 off the total.
So that's a good 11, 13. Which will take me to the other side of this, effectively.
Right.
Bidding.
Right. So.
Are we in auto spot distance?
No, you only come
That's
into
on
auto
T-brake.
spot. Yeah, it's only on the T brake. Right. So our next up then is.
Ammo shortage.
Right. So again, we keep this out.
And
If somebody fires, if it's an allied card next, and they
then
have
it
an
goes
ammo
on to the ammo shortage.
It does,
Goes on
but
there.
my platoon has already gone, so fingers crossed.
Allied blinds.
Allied blinds.
That
Well,
can't count, can it?
doesn't count now because they're blind still.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're doing here is we've been discussing this off camera. Basically, I've just pushed these two sections back. I've revealed these, pushed these back to get back to some cover. Then we're going to try and use this heroic leader card, and I'm going to try and send my big man with his group here into close combat against this tank. It is, what was it, 11 inch away?
It's 13 inch away,
13
so it's got to get within 4.
So it needs a 9 up, and I'm using 3 dice to do this.
Yeah.
If he gets within that, he can go into close combat with them, but normally they have a strike of 2 for close
So we're
combat.
going to count the heroic leader as having like a strike, like
Strike
an
of-
engineering pioneer platoon of 4.
So yeah, so we're going to double it if he gets within that range. And what did we say it was? Just his
13.
9 up, don't
Yeah.
I?
That's done it.
Whew,
Just
just got there. So yeah, so we will go basically into close combat against that tank with these guys, and then that will burn out that heroic leader. So just move them up. Right, okay, so I've got a strike of 4, so I need 5s and 6s. I've caused 1 strike. You've got a save of 2, so you're rolling those. The best I can do now is basically 1 net hit, but I can temporarily immobilise you or take out your gun.
Let's see what we
So
do.
2 dice, 5s and 6s.
Save.
You've saved 1.
Yes.
So the scores are equal, including no hits and no nets. So we roll again. Just roll again to 3D. 5 or a 6 is no effect.
4.
4 is AFV must halt and engage the fire rate and firefight in its next activation. Okay, so that card's gone. Next up. He says licking his wounds.
Axis platoon 3.
Okay, so that's your guys again over there.
So 3 actions here. Get them shifted across.
Yeah, of course.
That's more like it. So that's 11, 14. Which will take them. Yeah. We'll move them up to the woods. Yes, we will.
10 inch. Then your next one.
12.
12 inch.
Just
Seems
beyond.
about average, doesn't it?
Yeah. Whenever I'm playing British, I'm always rolling double 1s. I remember spending 3 turns getting over a fence. And the last one here. That's
Another 9. As you'll note, ladies and gentlemen, the audience, that although I have provided a dice tray,
I was waiting for it.
it has not yet been used.
It's nice to keep them in one place. So that's that's them. They've all moved.
Right, do you want to pull the next card?
Shift on. This goes back to audience. Do the Mars t-shirt. Dynamic leader.
So that's I'm not going to use it because I've already basically used it, worn up anyway.
Human wave.
Right, the human wave can only be used to get into close combat. So next card up, please, Dean.
That's got to be infantry as well.
Yeah, you can't overrun me with that.
Big man 4.
So he's basically, everybody around him has done something, so he really can't do a huge amount. He can move on his own if he wants. He can
I
split
could
off.
use all my actions to move a blind.
So the big man can't move the blind because he's not on a static radio telephone, or he's not even on a radio net. So next card, please.
We're going back to the rulebook because we're doing stuff we don't normally do. T-break.
Right, next up. Pull them cards. It's the Allied Rally. I've got nobody who has any shock, so we can just ignore that. Axis, what's that? Heroic leader. Right, let's put that to one side. May or may not come up at some point. There might be something they can do.
Rapid deployment.
Right, so again, that's just one of your blinds.
So we'll get rid of that. That takes us to 14.
Yeah. God, that is a rapid deployment, isn't it? Can you actually get in there?
We can drop there onto there. This is working better than I thought.
Yeah, I will. Allied Platoon 2. Okay, so I'm attacking here again with these guys. I've just moved the rest of the platoon about, so they're just. But now they've only got a strike of 2, so I'm going to go for this tank first of all. So I've just got two dice for striking. I need 5s and 6s this time. You're saving all 5s and 6s. 2 and 1. But it might still be net hits if you don't save anything. 5, you've saved it, so yeah, it's bounced off. So right, okay. Well, it is a last stand, as we were just saying. Right. So next card up, please, Dean.
Allied Big Man 4.
I think that's this fella here. Yes, it is. So he actually can't do anything because he's already done the thing he's going to do unless he skedaddles out of there. But he took part in a combat, so no, he can't. He's activated.
Axis Platoon 3.
So that's your fellas over here, isn't it? Pushing into the woods now.
So this is dense, isn't it? So it's -4.
So it's -2 inches off each dice.
So a gun total -6.
So -6 if you're using all 3 dice to move. Yeah.
Nothing.
So they're just trying to fight their way into that, into the terrain itself. Next, guys.
10 inch, of course. I'll move them more that way.
All right.
Is that going to count?
No, that's just light cover. That greenery.
12.
See, this is the problem. Your armour has now outrun everything else, and hopefully it'll break down.
I wasn't thinking the armour was going to do that much in the first place. let's be truthful.
It's apparently it's put the frighteners on me at least.
That's 6, 7, 8.
Right, next card. What are we up to?
Axis Rally. Nothing to do.
You don't need it, do you?
Big Man 5, which is here.
That's your tank platoon then. So he can activate him. He's a level 4. So
great shot.
In close range, it's a great shot. I am absolutely going to get hammered here, I think. So roll your dice, Dean. What have you got?
So that's 7.
7s.
Which gives us 7 and pinned.
So they are automatically pinned and that's 7 hits. So I'll put the pin marker on. There's 7 hits. 5, 6 are the kills. 3, 4 is shock. So I've got 4 kills and 1 shock. Well, at least I got shock isn't so bad. So 4 kills. So roll a d10 to see if that kill is on my leader or not.
7. He's
7. No, he's not. So you needed to roll less than 4. So that's taking up 4 of those guys.
And then we move on to number 2.
Right. So this is number 2.
Gives me a 9.
A 9.
Which is a 9 and pinned again.
9 hits. So that's double pinned. So that turns them to suppressed. They can't get worse than suppressed. Same again. 5, 6 of the kills.
3 kills.
4 shock. So 3 more kills. And how much shock is that?
I know I should be gold.
I knocked that over. That was a 4.
So that's 3 shock.
5 shock. And 3 kills. Is that kill on the leader or the big man? Gotta say, different game.
Nope.
3rd shot
gives us a 9. So
9
and
another 9 hits.
Yeah.
Basically, if you kill 4 of them here, that's everybody killed, including that big man. I think you haven't. You've killed 2 of them, but you have caused 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of shock, that Dean.
Which takes us 7, 8. Which is going to be 8 and
8 hits. So there's the 8 hits. So how many did you kill in that last one?
3. That's 2. Best check the commander in it.
And I think he's dead, to be honest.
Yeah.
1. That's another 2. So I think that has wiped him out, hasn't it, completely?
Yeah.
Because there were 2 killed before, now another 2. So yes, that's them
12,
gone.
13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Shock.
Yes. So yeah, they've either run all the way off the table or they're dead. So I'm going to clear them off. Heroic commander, he was not. he won't be getting mentioned in dispatches, I don't think.
Are you sure you want to do this, Carruthers?
Okay, so that's my flank getting rolled up. Your next card?
Let's have a look what we got now.
It's the Axis Hammer 1. They've already activated, so they can't do anything.
Because of the chit!
Yes, yay. Big Man 3 is...
They've already been activated.
That's yes, those lads, they can't do anything.
No. Allied Platoon 3.
So these are the ones in the woods. I don't think they can actually fire at anything, can they? I can't see you.
No, that's the plan.
Yeah.
I
can't see that. Exactly, yes. I can't actually see anything. So I'm just going to sit there and wait with them. There's not much point in me doing much.
Blinds.
Again, I can't really do a huge amount with these, so I'm going to hold them off.
You're going to sit and wait.
I'm going to sit and wait.
Dynamic leader.
I don't want to move anybody about at the moment. I just had one killed, so I don't want that.
My dynamic leader.
So basically it's a bonus move for any of your leaders if you want to use it.
Just the leader, isn't it?
It's just a leader and it's only a move, but it is, you know, you can move for like your big man out moving forward if you want to, or move into another platoon or something, whatever you want to do.
Is it just one
3d6? It's his normal move.
I'm trying to take him up to just the edge of woods.
Fair enough.
And that'll do.
He's got it there. Alright, while you're doing that, I'll get the next card up. And that is, it's the Allied Ammo Shortage. So we keep that out, and again, if I get a unit that fires. That said, both of my platoons have already come out, so they're not going to be firing.
Human Wave.
With his Axis Human Wave, and that's only an attack, so you can't do anything with that. Axis Big Man 4.
Which is my main guy, don't really need him to do anything.
Yeah.
All shifted. T-break.
That's it. Okay, so we'll just clear off our chips. What were we down to 2, were we? What was the last 2?
Five and blinds.
Yeah, your blinds that didn't move. Right,
nice.
We'll get them shuffled and we'll go on to the next turn. And we're back in. So what are we up to then, Dean? Next card?
Next
First
card just being shuffled.
See where we are.
Axis Platoon 3. Oh, let's start.
Don't even see them. There they are. Alright, so if they're pushing through the woods, minus 6 in total, so two pips off each dice.
It's 3 dice, isn't it?
3 dice, yeah.
So we'll start here first. This might slow us. So that's 6 inch.
6 inch.
6 inch.
For them boys.
So these guys here behind them.
Making their way through.
2. No, they're not.
Yeah, they can't get through the brambles.
They've been stuck on brambles for 2 turns. These guys here, I'm going to count them as in the woods.
Alright.
I'm not going to do the... That's 9, that's more like it.
There you go. They're powering through. That's what she said. 9 inch. Right, while you're moving them up, I'll draw the next card. So we're on to Allied Platoon 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save their dice. I already saved some dice from last turn. I should have taken those off for the tea break. So I'm going to save dice with those guys. So just in case anything happens.
Is that crunching through the undergrowth?
It's kind of like an Overwatch, basically. He may do something.
Big Man 4, I've just done him.
He's done. So next up.
It is 4, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. He's 4.
Blinds, thank Lord.
Right, so you go. Finally getting those blinds moving.
So that's...
This attack is...
18.
It's not going as fast as you thought, is it? But here we are.
Starting to slow a little bit now.
Well, that puts them in a good position to spot. I wonder if that's a dummy, you know.
Wonder at the back.
Right, okay.
So it's minus 6 on this, isn't it?
Yeah, that's those 2 guys that are running their way through the
so
woods.
That's 7 at back. I'll do them all now. So it's 7 at back and
the next one up is
5 at front.
5.
So I trip over and bring the entire game down.
Yeah, tea break anyway.
Oh.
Right, okay, next move up then, next turn should I say. Next up is
Allied Platoon 3.
So that's those guys. So once again I'm going to stick those back on, literally on Overwatch. So 3 and 3. So that just means that at some point in the turn I could Axis Dynamic Leader. So he can move on if he wants to on his own.
No, we'll keep them together. No point in the moment.
I think
Allied Platoon 2.
So that's those guys over there. Right, I'm going to do some spotting with these.
Where would you spot?
It's 32 inch away. So they're in the open, 24 inches up, so I actually need a 7 up. So I'm going to add all the dice together to
4
give
up.
them... It's actually a 5 up because they only get a +2 because I've only got 2 dice. So I've got a 6, so I still spotted them.
Well, let's reveal what it could be.
What is it? It's a dummy, as I thought it might be.
As most
So that's gone.
Most people
I'll tell that card off there. There's not much else I can do with them.
Good.
What I can do though is I can actually put them on Overwatch. So the other guys, so I'll stick them on Overwatch, and I'll stick the ones in the building there also on Overwatch, because those blinds on that side are getting a little close to me.
Not putting chits on for this turn, I don't think.
There's not much point. We know they're
Armour 1.
right. So it's these ones here.
Interested.
The killers. All right. So Dean is moving forward his armour
into those Overwatch guys.
Yeah. As they're coming down here.
So it's going to be 3 dice +3.
Because it's hard ground.
So that's 7, 10.
This is tankettes for you.
9, 10, 11, 14.
Attention is unbearable,
10,
isn't it?
14. 7,
Not so fast.
10. So a nice,
There you go,
nice
nice
W
V shape there coming in.
nice U format there.
Right, next up.
Allied blinds.
Right, okay, I might do something with these. Let's describe our action. Okay, so what I've done is on my blinds I've deployed my armoured car platoon, and then one of them has sped round here and he's going to take shots at this little tankette here. The other one unfortunately couldn't get very far, their wheels have come off by the looks of it. So I'm firing MMGs, so they have a strike factor at this point of 1 because they are over 9 inch away?
8 inch.
8 inch away. So, but I still need to hit him. And I'm going to use, I've used up 2, because they came on as a blind, they have 4 action dice. 2 of those I used to move, so I've still got 2 action dice left.
And just to keep things simple, we're counting these as moved if they've moved in this turn. We know they moved last turn, but we don't want to do the paperwork.
Right, so I'm firing, so I need, what do I need up?
5.
5's up. So first shot, that's a 7, so that is a hit.
Yep.
So this has only got a strike dice of 1
Yep.
against your armour of 2.
Yes.
I'm hitting you though on a 4, 5 or a 6 because it's a side armour, whereas you're saving on a 5 or a 6. So my hit, I have actually hit, so I've got 1 hit on you, and no saves, so that is 1 net hit for armour.
1 point of shock, and lose 1 action.
And lose 1 action, but don't we roll the dice for it?
We will do in a second, but that's we're going to have to put the shock on anyway. That's what it takes, regardless.
Yeah. So you lose an action dice as well. And then
You roll D6.
Roll it, you do it. It's your damage.
3. Engine damage, -1 per dice of movement from now on.
Okay.
You haven't got any action damage on.
Markers. Yeah, I've got some markers. I'll grab them all.
Yeah, well, might as well.
My second shot though, before we move on to that, is I'm going to do the same thing again.
So to hit.
So to hit I'm needing 5 up again.
6,
7,
yeah.
so that's another hit, and again my strike is a 4 up, and
no.
Roll anyway because you might not save it.
No,
so it is net 0 hits.
So just roll.
See what happens.
3.
You got? A 3.
Must halt and engage in a firefight in the next turn.
Right, okay. Right, so my other blind was the guys in the compound. They're not going to do anything because if they're not on the table they can't get shot. So, next up, Dean.
Engine damage.
Yes, we got the engine damage token on there.
Dynamic leader.
It's dynamic leader. I'm not going to use it. Don't need it. I've moved the HQ.
Blinds!
Your blinds. So that's the only those 2 up in those woods now. I could have tried to spot them, but they're just a little too far away from these guys over here.
Obscured.
So we'll see. We'll see in future if they get closer. I can probably spot them.
So the one at the back, -6, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need another dice. Oh,
How far they gone?
So they're 11. 11 at the back.
And again, you'll notice once again he's not moving. He's not using those trays.
11 at the back and 8 at the front. So let's get them moved across.
Right. You do those, and I shall pull the next card.
11 and 8.
Allied ammo shortage. So we pull that out, and then if I fire something, or if one of my units come out,
get this shifted across first.
so look, it is Allied Big Man 5. All right, my Big Man 5 is not doing anything. So Dean, next card up, it's your platoon 3.
That's definitely these, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your forest dwellers.
-6, this, isn't it?
It is.
Nothing.
Nothing. They're just standing about.
Guys behind.
That's
3 inch.
3 inch for them. Right, your next one. It's 12 inch. -6 is 6 inch. At some point they will get out of that area, and I might be able to fire at them when they do. They'd probably go through that a lot quicker on blinds, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you would spot them, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. And your last one. Is it last one?
Yeah, 2 inch. the last 3 moves have all been 2 inch.
Yeah. So you pulled yours out. So, Allied rally. I've got no one to rally. Got no shock. T-break. Right, shuffle them up.
So we are
right.
Axis dynamic leader.
First one.
Now that's a free move, isn't it?
It's a free move for one of your leaders. Not in the tanks. I know you're looking at it.
Well, I might as well use these since they're getting stuck.
Yeah, basically it's like an infantry force.
So that's 12 6.
6. Bringing them forward. So it's like basically a bonus move for your man if you want. I'll pull the next card.
He doesn't move the platoon, does he?
No. Allied blinds. Now, am I in spotting distance?
No.
9-inch, wasn't it?
Yeah. No.
So no, I'm just away from those. So
Well, it's more 10 metres or else.
yeah, we'll say 1 more inch and they'll be in. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to stay on blinds with those. So Allied Big Man 2.
Number 2, who's he?
He is
Your
my
big command, isn't he?
yeah, he's second in command. He's my sergeant. He's kicking about over here. I'm going to hold him. I'm going to hold him again. There's not much I can do until you get into range, really. I can see you.
Number 1, I
Number
guess.
1 is the lieutenant who is in the hut behind him. So away.
Allied platoon 2.
So that's my white platoon. That's these guys on the corner. They can only fire at your tanks, but only within 9-inch, can't they?
Yeah.
So what I can do is I can put these on Overwatch. Right. So I've just put those on Overwatch and platoon 3. So that's those guys there. So I'm going to put those on Overwatch. I'll just do that off camera while we're pulling the cards.
Axis
blinds. Okay. So
Another score.
I'm assuming you're moving.
So the ones at the backs. Did everyone attack?
As they went through the forest. You see, this is where we.
That's a 6.
Okay.
This one here.
And wow,
That's a 9.
that's a lot. Well, 9 and a 6. So again, while you're moving those, I'll just pull the next one up. Allied Big Man 5. So that is one of my fellas from the 3rd platoon. He can't do much because they're already on Overwatch, so I'll just carry on pulling these, Dean. Axis Rally.
Give me a second, I need a rally. I've got to rally the other tanks, haven't
Oh yes, you have. So Dean has rallied that tank there. Do you want to take the next card up, Dean? See what we're next on to.
Moving now. Human Wave, that's got to be an attack.
It has got to be an attack, so.
Can't launch it with a blind.
Nope. And.
Platoon 3.
So that's these guys again in the woods.
Oh, let's get them shifting then, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Do the guys in the front first. No, 3 inches.
God. Don't know about anybody else that's watching this, but I'm desperate for them to get out in the open so I can start shooting at them. Nothing else. We
One
know
behind.
nobody's taken any casualties in there yet.
That's
He says.
9, 12, so 6 inches.
Got 2 more then, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I'll bring down, that's 3 inch.
Done 3 inches.
Still on the edge, aren't they?
Living on the edge. Yeah, I've got that as the edge.
Well, they're within 4 inch of the edge, so I can actually shoot at them.
Give it a shot.
So I'm going to. So
let's see if
move
the
other
Doom
ones
Patrol
up
can move further than 2 inches.
Let's see.
Yes, they can, finally. Very good.
Hey. Right, okay, so I'm going to shoot with both of these at, it's this one, isn't it, here? So they're 31 inches away. What we're going to say that is...
Well, I said long range first.
Yeah, it's long range first. we got
Shooting
that.
past the tank and into undergrowth on a heavy woods.
It's a poor shot. There's a lot going on in front of them.
It would be difficult to say it would be otherwise. An okay shot would be if there was...
Yeah, if they're in the open then possibly, but yes, it's the worst it can be. So let's see, the first shots, I'm not going to get much out of this. I don't think 9-10 gives us a hit of nothing. And then the second one...
So good having that on the side. It's
brilliant, yeah. And then the next one is 11 this time, so I think that's 1 hit, isn't it? No, it's not, yeah, it's 1 off, so that's them used up their Overwatch. Right, next up, it's the Allied Big Man 6.
Who's that?
That is my armoured car platoon, and they've yet to move, so I'm going to do some shooting with them, I think, see if I can grind up these tanks.
Well, this is going to be the main event, isn't it, before the slaughter? I mean, before the move further in.
Allied Big Man 6 has commanded my 2 armoured cars, he's in one of them, to come round this corner. This one's only got this far, and it's got 1 dice left, and he's going to fire at that Japanese tank first of all. So, I'm taking 2 dice, just using up that 1 dice of action.
Not
Action
using
dice.
any other thing. And is the big man directing fire on this one?
No, the big man's going to be in the other one that was further forward, so he might direct fire, but the other one...
This is just a 5 then?
Yeah. They've actually got 2 MMGs on there, but because they've only got 1 action dice, we'll roll it into 1 rather than saying there's 2 MMGs. Right, so first one. So I need to hit first of all.
5.
So I need a 5 up. That's a 10, that's a hit.
Easily done.
Right, and that has only got 1 strike, but I'm striking you on a 4, 5, 6 because it's hitting you on the sides.
Yeah.
So first one is 6.
A hit.
A veritable hit.
Come on, 2 6s. 1 6.
1 6. So that is a net
net
0. Net hit.
So let's see what that does. Number 2.
You've got a 2.
Takes 1 point of shock. May not advance towards the enemy.
So there you just took that shock off. Right, so now I've got the second one. He's now going to fire at that again with 1 of his dice, because I've got 2 dice left. He only moved forward 1. So once again, I'm going to need a 5 up to hit you.
But this is the big man's directing fire, isn't it?
He is, yes.
So it's got +1.
So +1. So 4 up. So look. That's a 3. So his second dice of action is going to do the same thing with a +1 there. This time he's hit it, 7 becomes an 8. So this time he's got a strike of 2.
Yes.
And these are striking on 4s up. So let's have a look. We've got a 6 and a 1. So 1 strike. Your save is a 5 or a 6.
1 strike.
Net 1 strike. So
is this one?
It's this one again, yeah, the same one that's been busted up. And what you got?
6 this time.
6 on that one.
Which is no effect.
Oh, that should have been a better than that.
I know, that's what I thought. We're going the wrong way around.
Right, next up. Got to keep stopping Dean turning these cards off camera.
Axis Big Man 3. He's in here, isn't he?
That's your lad who's in the jungle,
Wonderful
isn't it? No jungle in the woods.
Get it.
There's no jungle in Hong Kong. A rapid deployment. So it's one of your blinds if you want to move them.
Closest one.
Yeah. We'll see how far they go. Look at that, it's finally learning.
So that's 12. So can you do me the honours and move that bottom blind 12?
If you pull the next card up, see what it says. 12 inch. You're bypassing me, are you? So yeah, he's got about that.
Axis Big Man 4.
So hasn't he already gone? Because
Yeah.
he moved with everybody else anyway.
So we'll just move straight on if you don't mind.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Right.
Allied Armour 1.
They're both activated already, so they can't do anything. God, this is a long
We're
break,
burning
so-
away, aren't we?
We are.
Axis Armour 1!
So you're hitting on a... There you go, that's an 8.
I've written on a 6.
Yes, you see you've hit.
Yeah, next time you shoot, if I'm a static target, you get
Yeah,
+1 as well. So shall I do the we'll do the strike first?
Yes, so you've only got a strike of 1, because I think you're... Oh no, you're at 8 inch on that one. So 2 strike. I've only got an armour of 1. 3, I haven't saved it.
I've
And
done 1 hit.
you could cause 1 hit, which is...
Well, you roll it, and I'll tell you what it comes out. So it's 1 point of shock and lose one action next activation.
a 5.
That's no effect.
No effect.
Of course it is. But you got a point of shock.
There we go, there's a shock. You doing any more?
That was the first one, weren't
He
it?
was.
Second one, weren't it? So doing the same again.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a static target, so still looking for a 6.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
So I've got 1 armour. 6. That's 1 save. You've got 2 strikes. That's 1, so that's net.
Roll it.
And 1.
Yes, 6.
I think that's a shock, isn't it?
1 point of shock.
Yeah, so that takes him up to 2.
Yeah, that's starting. That'll have an effect.
Okay.
That'll start to have an effect. Now this guy here, he's outside. Oh no. Oh yeah, it's machine guns, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So he's got a strike of 1.
We're not doing it what else.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah. So to hit, same again.
Yeah.
No.
No hits on that one.
Next one.
He's got 2 shots.
Yeah, that makes my next
Yeah.
shot. That'll do it.
That's an 8. So my defence 1. No, I haven't defended it.
I've hit.
So that is another strike. Another.
Hang on, no, it's +1. 1 point. Oh, so yeah, +1. No point of shock. 'Cause it wasn't net, was it?
Yeah.
And then roll your dice.
And 6. No effect.
No, it's turret hit because it's positive this time.
Okay.
Turret hit. -1 on subsequent rolls to hit due to damage to gun sights.
Okay, doke.
Yes.
Okay, doke.
And you've lost an action, don't forget as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think if he gets one more shock, they're going to abandon that anyway.
And this guy here,
Yeah.
shooting that.
Yeah, yeah. Same again.
It's not because it's big man direction fire.
Okay.
That's the commander.
He's not a big man.
Why?
It's your because it's only your Axis armor card. It's not your
right,
big man
okay.
card.
Yes, fair enough. So this is going to be, once again, it's going to be a 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a hit. My armor roll.
No.
1. Not saved.
No, not
Strike.
So it's net.
So that's
0. That's a net, isn't it?
yes.
No hits, no saves.
That's right. So see what happens.
No.
6. No effect. And then
His second one,
miss.
hit. He's doing alright with them.
Saved it.
That's so good because I roll one. Don't make a difference. Nah, negative. So we come to here.
Okay.
So there on, he is within 8.
He is. But he's also got one shock, so
shock,
that
so
takes 1 off.
That's enough.
That's a hit. So my defense roll is a 1. And
1 hit.
1 strike. So that's 4 shock, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're going to abandon that vehicle at that point. So you've knocked that one out.
Let's see
No.
if we hit first. So last one,
Right,
last
so last
shot.
shot is hitting.
It is a hit.
Hits.
Only one.
Saving on a 5 or a 6. Nope.
No.
No.
So it's
It's net hits.
0.
So I roll again, see what happens. And it's a 1.
1 point of shock may not advance towards the enemy.
Fair enough. Oh dear, so that's taken out my big man actually because they've abandoned ship. Right, our next one is
T-Bray.
T-Bray. Okay, so first up.
Ammo sortage.
Right, so we put that to one side. If I do any firing, then that.
Is this one though into the
Yeah, it is.
Axis
That's this big man 3. So that's your fellas in the woods, isn't it?
Here we go.
So I'll put that back in because we don't take that anymore. Right, that was proving painful watching Dean slowly move them through. So that's then moved through. A couple have come out into the open. So let's see what's next up.
Allied blinds.
Allied blinds. Well, I'm going to try and spot over there. So it's 6 inches away, heavily obscured. Need a 14 up. I'm going to use all 3 dice, the extra 3 dice to give me a +1, so +3. So that gives me 11 up, 11 or 12 to spot them. 8. No, not spotted them. So that's the only blind I've got. Right, Dean's pulled the card quickly, so it's Axis armour again. So I'm assuming you're shooting with those, Dean.
I might move. If I use 1 dice, because it's tracked, they get +1, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
That could easily get me in. I mean, they've got 1 off the pip, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be equal.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll use the first one. Sorry, let's get the movement out of the way first.
Yes, do it.
1. Of course, of course. So that oh, and that's out. Yep, that's out. It's out. It's out. So I'll just use the other dice.
It's up to you.
Why not?
Why not, indeed?
Not like he's doing an awful lot. So that's 3.
Well, I guess him up there at least so he can fire
So
with 1 dice,
We'll do
can't
it
he?
while we're going past.
So hitting on 5 up,
-1, 6. 1 point
6
shock.
up, yeah.
No,
That's a 4, that's a miss.
useful.
After all that. Right, your next ones?
I'm gonna have to do some manoeuvring here. So that's my commander's tank as well. So I kind of want to have him there, don't we?
I guess you do.
We'll do these back Johnnies first. So just him. It's just a D6.
Okay. It's a 4 inch.
Oh no, plus D6 +1, 5 inch. We took the 1 off that one
Yeah,
because of the
yeah,
damage.
Just out. Remember, if you move 2, you've still got another dice of firing with them.
Yeah, but I want 2 dice. I'm playing the numbers game, aren't I?
Fair enough.
And this one here. That's more like it.
Right, so they are roundly closing in on that poor armoured car. So hitting on a 5 up, that's a hit. So I am saving with an armour save of 1.
It's that one that's shooting into it. Yeah, working my way around.
No saves.
And it's going to be 1.
So 1 strike.
Hit.
It's a strike, so that is at least a shock.
1 shock, lose 1 action, next activation.
Is there anything else that he gets?
Yeah, because he's already on lost an action, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Does that become cumulative, or is it just still the 1 action?
I think it's just for the turn, isn't it?
Yeah. And roll your dice.
And let's see. A 3.
3 engine damage. Okay.
Alright, your next one.
This guy here.
He's got 2 shots, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit.
Here's a hit. And my save 6. I've saved it.
How many saves can you get? So it's 2 these. Strike 2 there. None.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So next
second
one.
shot. Come on. Snake eyes.
Double 1. Brilliant.
Right. This guy here.
Right. He's firing to the side this time for sure.
He
So
has
that's
hit.
a hit. So my save is, yes, they've saved, but you're striking on 4s.
Don't make it.
No, bounces off.
I don't like this being rested.
Absolutely.
That last shot.
Oh yeah, you got 1 more, haven't you?
Did it.
9, that's a hit. And
Come on.
my save 3.
Right. Come on. No!
Nothing. But it is net 0 on
Net
both
0,
of them.
yes, yeah.
So I still take a shock, don't I? No, I don't. I
No,
roll
you
the
gotta
dice
roll
for
it.
it. So let's see. 5s and 6s, please.
2, so
And
that's
that
going to be
is a shock, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. Right. Next one up.
I like rally.
Right, well I need that. Unfortunately it's not a big man, but I can rally that down to a 2, so I'm going to 2. So that takes that down to...
Using the...
It's just using his normal rally. You can either rally off 1 point from any unit or using a big man to rally, but there's nobody close to him to do it because I've already lost him.
Big man 4. That's my big man.
Yes, it is. He's moved with those guys in there,
There's
hasn't
nothing for
he?
him to do. What's
Has
his rally range? No, I mean I was going to use him to rally.
All right.
Dynamic leader. No point in him sticking out in the open now. Guns have started to appear.
Nope.
Axis rally.
So you can now remove that 1 shock. I'll pull the next one. Axis human wave.
Nothing close enough.
Okay, so
Can't launch it from a blind, can you?
no.
It's a shame.
Next up,
Platoon 3.
platoon 3 is my blue platoon. I think it's these guys. Yeah, it's these guys over here. Right, that's interesting. Alright, so I'm going to try and spot with these guys here against that blind there. So it's a 10 up, as we said, because it's 6 inch away but obscured. I'm going to use their extra 2 dice to turn that into an 8 up. So let's see if we do it. That's an 8. They've spotted that blind. So I shall reveal it. I think you know what it is anyway, don't you, Dean? It is platoon 1.
Red platoon.
Red platoon. So I'll let you get them set up, Dean. So these guys have appeared. Basically, I'm firing from the buildings above the other guy, so it's going to be a poor shot, but I am using all 3 of my firing dice, and we are at effective range. So let's have a look. I've got 15 in total.
2.
So that's 2 hits. So Dean, roll your dice. 5s and 6s are kills.
Double 1s.
Roll it in the over here. Let them see.
2 kills.
2 kills.
Can get better for you.
Is it on the big man? 1 or a 2 it is on the D10.
1.
1, yes it is.
Oh.
He's been hit. So 1 man and a big man has been hit as well. Well actually, your big man isn't attached, he's at the back, isn't he? So it's just 2 hits on 2 fellas. Right, put their cards into the deck. So next card up is Axis Platoon 3. So these guys over here. Alright, he's just moved a few of those forward. They're
Still got the stragglers.
still stuck in the woods. So next one is Allied Dynamic Leader. Well, I've got a fella over here who could do something, but I don't think he can do a great deal. Well, you know what I can do, yes. I'm going to use it with my big man, and he's actually going to move to over here. I've got a plan. Right, next up is Allied Armour 1. So that's just that one vehicle there. All it can do is try and fire. So I'm going to.
It's got one less action.
It's got one less action. So I've got 2 actions on it. It's got 2 shock. So normally hitting on a 5, that's going to take it to a 7.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 shots, and I'm going to fire at that the wounded one there. So first shot is, what do I need? 7 up. First shot is an 8. That is a hit. So he's got a strike of 2.
Yep.
Striking on a 5 and a 6 because it's your frontal armour. 2 hits. Go on. Heroic actions
1.
here, 1. So it's a 1 net hit. So that's a shock. And roll that dice to see what happens for the next bit. A 6.
No effect.
Oof. And his second and last shot, probably ever, is an 8. So that's another hit. 2 strike, 5s and 6s, 1 hit.
1.
And no strike. So that's again another
shock.
So another shock. And what happens to him? Roll it again. A 1.
That's bad.
Is he destroyed? Yeah.
Temporary immobilised.
Temporary immobilised. Alright. Big man 5.
That's their tanks.
They've already activated under this turn.
Yeah, I'll remove shock then.
Yes.
It's got 1 more action, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not that we can do it with, is it?
Not really.
Not to do. So, yeah, that'll do.
Right, next card then. Allied Big Man 2. That's that fella over there.
These cards need some thinning out.
They do. I think he's already done something, so there's not much he can do. So over to you again. Platoon 2. That's these guys over here. So I can actually finally fire with these fellas in this corner. So I'm going to. Okay, just off camera we argued about this. Dean argued himself into losing. It's a great shot,
Yes,
but
well,
it is at long range.
The range is already counted in. There's nothing to stop you. There's nothing else around. If you're shooting at somebody who's pretty much ruined, because the range is already counted, you can't double effect it and say because you're shooting at such a distance it's going to be okay. It's got to be great.
Right. So first ones, 6 on long range, 1 hit. So roll it. 5 or a 6 is a kill. No effect. And the second one is 7, 8, 9. That's got to be a bit more surely. 2 hits. So same again. 5, 6 are the kills, and 1 shock. Right, next card up then. T-break. Right, so anybody who hasn't fired within 9 inch can fire, but there isn't anybody. Right, they're shuffled up. Give them a.
Let's give it a go.
See what comes out. Allied Dynamic Leader. I don't want to move anybody at the moment with that, so I'll ignore it. T-break. Give them another shuffle. Right, here we go again. Allied Platoon 3.
Exactly what you want.
So red, white and blue. So that's these same guys again, firing again. No, that's white. Blue is over there, sorry. So they are going to fire at those Japanese that are coming down that hill. Right, first of all, I'm going to fire with the ones that are in the building at the Japanese up there on the hill. They're at effective range and it's an okay shot. So all 3 dice they're using. Oh, 12 and 4 is 16 hits. Or 16.
That's 3 with a pinned.
So they're pinned. So I'll put a pin marker on them. So do you want to roll for your damage on those?
Yeah, we got a pin marker.
Yep, put one on. Put one on over it. And what they've taken, 3 hits on them is
1 kill, 1 shock.
1 kill, 1 shock. They've already got 1 kill already, so take that fella off. Right, the second shot is from these ones. These are close range, so an okay shot at close range. So that's an 8. So
4 hits.
4 hits and pinned. So that actually makes them suppressed, but also 4 hits as well. So I'll put a suppression marker on them. So roll your dice, Dean. 4 hits is 3 shock and a kill. So that takes their shock up on here. I'll pass you that fella. And then these chaps in the garden firing over here, long range, okay shot. And
oh, God, you needed it.
10, 15.
15. Okay, 15 is 2 kills.
2 kills. Oh, 2 hits.
Hits,
So roll your hits. 5 6s are kills. 3 4 shock. So 1 shock. Next card.
Dynamic leader. That's just movement.
So it's just a movement, yeah.
Forget it. Axis Big Man 3. That's this guy in here, isn't it?
I think it is. That's your 3rd platoon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's him there at the front. So he's got, I think he's got 3 activations.
Yeah.
So he can get 3 sections moving if he wants. So drop some shock.
1. That within his range.
Yeah.
2. And I'll use the 3rd action to actually get them to move. Just
Okay.
them.
Right.
Just them. I'll need to.
Fair enough. Right. So you move them forward. You're taking that shock off as well. So let's get on to the next card. Alloyed ammo shortage. Whew.
But be your
So
lady
let's keep it out a sec.
Allied Big Man 1, don't count then.
No, it doesn't count. That goes back in. So
Big
next
Man 1.
card.
You doing out with him?
They've already fired and done stuff over there, so there's not much.
Big Man 5.
He can't do anything because he's over here with these guys, I believe. Yeah, he's there, so he can't do anything. They've already done their stuff. Axis Platoon 1.
Shooting down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Close.
we'll do the bottom one first, the one that's got all the shock on it. Oh, they can't shoot, can they? They're suppressed.
They're suppressed, yeah, so they can't fire.
Right, that's okay. Well, that saves us a lot of time. So we move on to the next one.
Right, so firing from those guys at the ones behind the water tower, they're not really in cover, so it's a great shot at close range, unfortunately for them.
And you can see that pink is all the way down that
Yeah,
side. You might want to get that pinned out for a start.
Yes. No good.
So that's 9, 10, 11. Ooh, just takes me out. So it's 10 hits.
10 hits.
And then pinned.
And pinned, right, so they'll put that pinned on.
Changing the fire targets.
Right, 5's up are kills.
Ooh.
So only 1 kill, but
3 shock.
1, 2, 3 shock.
That's not bad.
Yeah, got away with that lightly.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're going to be changing those targets?
Not just yet. So that was...
So that's 1 kill.
That's second. So I've got 4 groups in there.
You've got 3 because one of them is suppressed.
No, I've already done that one. There's 4 groups altogether, isn't there?
4 groups altogether. One of them is suppressed.
I've done one. I've got 2 left.
Yeah.
So second group fires at the same target.
Yep.
He's got 12. 11 again.
Oh,
so that's
so close.
10 hits and pinned become suppressed.
So they're suppressed when 10 hits, yeah?
Yeah.
So let's see what we get for them.
Ooh.
Oof.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kills.
And how many shock?
You need to roll a rubber dice. You've only thrown 9.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Apologies.
Stuck a dice out.
6, that's
Okay.
another kill. So what's that? 4 kills.
No, that's 6 kills, 3 shock.
6 kills and 3 shock. Right, that's 3 men, and they are broken.
Yeah.
So they're going to run away 2d6 plus 6 inch. Oh, so they're going to get off table.
You sure? Do you want to roll it?
Well, it's a chance of them rolling double 1. Not much, I don't think. There you go. 9 inch. Yes, they disappeared off. So I'll just get them cleared up. So you're firing at the ones in the building.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at long range. It's effective range.
Effective range.
Poor.
And it's a poor shot.
I'm probably going to do 1 hit.
Well, give it a go.
Not with that one.
You're not 4, you're not. No, nothing. Rightio, next card.
I'm not going to put a chit on them because we know they've
We
got.
know they've done it.
That's
Axis Big Man 1. Yeah, that's a fella over there.
We'll take that to shock off.
Okay. So he's a level 3, so that takes it down to 2. So down to 1. What's your next card?
Rapid deployment. That's moving a blind, isn't it?
It's just a blind, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
You're going to bring that blind down, are you?
Who'd have thought we'd have had blinds left at this stage of the game?
Yeah.
That turned 90. Take that 6 off. That's 13 inches.
Right.
Can you hook them round for me?
Yeah, sure thing.
When you've got...
Alright, so that blind has moved to that corner there. It's now perilously close to cutting me off from Stanley Village itself. Right, next up then.
I like blinds.
I like blinds. I'm just going to deploy and I'm going to shoot.
I thought you were going to say something else. So no, I'll leave it.
So I've deployed the final platoon here into, platoon 1 into the compound. They're firing at, and I'm only firing with 2 of these guys into those front Japanese there, and we said it's a close range shot, and it's
Okay.
because there's a lot of woodlands there, but that's 13 on a close range shot, and
5
is
and pinned.
5 and
Well,
pinned. They're already suppressed, so 5 hits. So 5 6s of the kills. Come on, rack them up. 1 kill.
2 shock.
And 2 shock, so that takes it up to 3 shock and 1 kill. And then I'll fire again with the same ones. I'll not turn the guys off yet because I don't know how many more we're going to kill. And same again. This time it's a 6, is 3 hits.
3 hits.
So maybe it's kill a few more, let's see.
2 more.
2 more, yeah. So that, we said there was 1 kill before, wasn't there? So
Yeah,
that
3.
no shock. So that has 3 for 3. Yeah, they've not broken yet, but giving them some hammer at least.
It's not far off. Tea break.
Ah, tea breaker's just been called. Right, so we'll shuffle them up and go next.
Allied splice ammo storage.
Okay, we'll keep that to one
Which will go
side.
to Allied Big Man 5. So note 1.
So Big Man 5 is, it's this fella here, isn't it? Yes, it is. So he's going to get them to open fire again at those advancing Japanese as they're coming down that hill. Okay, so Big Man 5 is directing these guys to fire over this way, but these ones in the building to fire at that section at the front there.
They're at 9, aren't they?
They're at 9, yeah. So
Is it effective?
effective range, it's an okay shot, because again they're in reasonable cover,
Yeah.
I would say. 10, 13. Unlucky for some.
3 and pinned.
3 and a pin, so they're already pinned anyway. There's only 4 men left in there, I think.
Yeah.
3 men left in there.
This might just clear it up.
It might do, so what have you got?
2 kills, not else.
2 kills. So I'll turn that fella off. So that means that is going to actually break and run away anyway.
Take them off.
So 2d6, yeah, right, so we'll get rid of them. And then these guys are firing over here, so this is going to be...
He said okay. Actually, that was a poor shot last time because it was cover around there from the building.
Mm-hmm.
But never mind. This one's an okay shot. Long range, isn't it?
Yes. So hitting on 9.
9 still does something. It does a hit.
1 hit. Kill anybody?
No, it does a shot.
No, it's a 1 shock. The next up is Axis Platoon 1. That's the ones in the woods. So Japanese Platoon 1 has just basically come down the hill. Looks like they're moving to cut off the line down to Stanley Village. Right, next card up. We'll turn these upside down. Axis Big Man 1.
That's him.
Same guy. So, tea break.
Kyo!
And next card. First card, should I say. Axis Dynamic Leader.
That's just a move, isn't it?
It is. Do you know anybody to do anything?
It's only the leader as well, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
This is Big Man 3. That's here.
So these ones over here. You can activate 3 sections.
Get that section out. They can shoot and they can shoot.
Okay. So these guys over here firing long range.
Yeah.
3 dice of those.
It's time to put this battle plan into action. And now we've actually arrived.
Look at that, it's just moved away from the tray. Put the tray down, moved it away.
Oh!
Ouch.
16. Long range, great shot. Ooh, just that's 3 and a pinned.
Right, so those 3 hits. Let's have a look. 5 6 of the kills, 2 kills and nothing. So 2 fellas off. There's 2 spares there on the end. Yeah, they'll do. And they're pinned as well. Pin marker over there behind you on the radiator.
So second. So chip them.
Yep.
For me. And this one, these guys here. It might be worth doing the same. Yeah. Same again.
They've got 1 shock, so take 1 off your total score.
Forget it.
Nothing.
But chip them. Yeah, we've got them chipped. Ammo shortage. Let's see if this makes a difference this time. We do need one of your platoons.
Next up.
Allied Platoon 1.
Okay, so they have got an ammo shortage, haven't they?
Yeah, which one's that one?
It is Red Platoon. So That I believe is those. No, it's not those guys. It's the ones that are in the building there. Yeah, that's red.
So we sat around doing nothing, and then they're out of ammo.
They're shooting at close range, and
okay.
it's an okay shot. So first one's firing that front section as they come down the hill. 9-10 on an okay shot at close range is four hits and a pinned. So do you want to roll your 4 hits?
So, how you get a pinned? Oh, there's one here. Oh no, they're on there. It's okay, roll them. 3 shock.
3 shock and a pinned. Right, so then the other one is going to be 10, 15. This time close range, an okay shot, 15, 6 hits and pinned, so they can become suppressed. There's a suppress mark there if you need it. We'll put it on in a sec. 6 hits.
2 hits, 1 shock.
So 2 kills and a shock. Okay. Doing some damage at least. Right, next card. Allied Big Man 1 is same platoon, so he can't do much. Allied Big Man 5 is our fella over there. They haven't fired yet, have they? So it's the sergeant over there, so he's going to get them to fire again. So he's going to get the guys in the building to fire at those in the open. Okay. Now I'd say that's a great shot because they're just in the open.
Yes. And
close range. So let's see if we can mash them up. And that is 9-10. Close range, great shot. 9 hits and a pin. I'll stick your pin on, roll your 9 dice.
Jeepers. I need my cards to come up.
You do. 5 6s are kills. Only 1 kill though. And how many
4 shock?
4 shock. The other one is firing from over there, and they're going to be firing again. That's going to be long range, and we said okay shot, didn't we?
Yeah, because of those bits that's in between.
Yeah. So that's 10, 11. Long range 11 is 1 hit on those guys there. 5 or 6 to kill.
Nothing.
Nothing. Our next card. This is a grind, isn't it? Axis Big Man 4.
Tank commander.
It's your tank commander, I think.
No, it's the big man.
Oh yes, it's the guy in the woods, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll take that shock off first.
So yeah, so that's 1. So he's now got another 3 activations.
He's a big man.
Mm-hmm. He is.
So another 3. You can shoot through, can't you?
No.
Right. So we best get him moved over then, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got to go 1 inch. So you know I'm going to do it, don't you?
Yeah.
Shall I roll it anyway?
Yeah, go on.
4
inch. So you're moving him through there, then shoots in, yeah?
Yeah.
Big man is just there.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shooting at them, yeah?
Might as well wipe them out, didn't we?
Absolutely. Don't know why I'm saying absolutely, but yes, you may as well.
Still long range.
Long range, I thought, yeah.
And it's great.
So they've moved 1 dice, so rolling 2 dice for firing. Long range.
I only roll 1 dice for movement.
Yes, so 2 dice for firing.
Yeah.
I think that's what I said.
Long range, and we said great, isn't it?
Yeah, great shot.
9.
That's a 9. Long
2
range.
hits.
2 hits. Right, so let's see what happens with them. It's a kill and nothing, so another kill on those fellas. Right. Then we have Allied Dynamic Leader.
No.
I don't need to use that. Axis Big Man 5. That's your tank platoon, isn't it?
Well, let's get him activated then.
Yeah, do it. Hold on. So
4 just did it.
So he's just hit.
2 strike.
I have an armour of 1.
1 hit.
1 hit. Bounced off, but it is net hit.
So roll it.
So what's he on? I can't see from here. What's his shock for?
So he's on 2 shock at the moment. So 4 is.
4 AFM must halt and engage the fire in a
Second shot. Oh, you can do 3 shots, can't he?
Yeah, he's got 3 shots.
That's a hit.
So didn't save it.
2 hits.
2 hits, 2 net hits is take 2 points of shock, lose an action point. So basically, they're going to abandon that.
So that's gone.
He's gone.
He's got 3 actions left.
Yeah, see if he hasn't moved. Yeah, 3 actions left.
So it's just 3 dice.
3 dice. Machine gunning those guys in the building over there.
Ooh, 7.
7.
It's 3 hits.
3 hits on them.
Could have been better.
Could have been much better. Let's see though. 5 6s are kills.
2
so
kills.
2 kills. There's one on the. There's a senior leader in there. 1 or 2. Sorry, a big man. 7. No, it's not on him. So there's 2 kills in there. So can you take off that Bren team? Nice. And your next one?
Well, that one's within. Well, they're all going to be close range, aren't they? Yeah, they're all close range. Okay. So he's only got 2 dice though.
Right. Okay.
Because he moved.
5 is
2 hits.
2 hits.
Still getting there.
5s and 6s are kills. 1 kill again. Is it the big man? Nope. So another kill.
And this one here, last one here, the 2 dice.
Okay.
6.
So that's going to be 7.
3.
3 hits. Let's see. 5 6s are the kills. Just 1 shock. Let's do that on there. Right. Allied big man 2. He's
in here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's already done stuff, hasn't he? He got them to fire. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
I think. Did he get them to fire? No, he didn't. So I can. They haven't got any shock, have they, on them?
No.
No.
This one's pinned.
They're pinned.
So they pinned.
He can actually take a pinned off.
Yeah.
For the cost of 1, so I'm just going to take them off pinned. So we'll just go on to the next one. Axis blinds.
18, which is wherever I want to go, basically. Yeah, they're going to auto reveal, aren't they?
They will do in the tea break. Axis big man 1.
Platoon.
Firing at the building. Those guys there, yeah. So okay shot at close range.
It's 3 dice, isn't it?
Yeah.
-4.
Yes. Roll high.
We'll take that 4 off, gives me a 6. 3 hits.
3 hits.
It's getting to the stage now where anything counts.
It does. 1 kill. There's a big man in there. So has he been the killed? No, he hasn't. Is he doing anything else?
Well, they've got these shots here. These guys here.
Oh yeah.
Close shot, close range.
I'm just waiting for tea break at this point.
Ooh.
8. With a poor shot. Close
8.
range. Yes. 2 hits. No, it's 2 hits.
Oh, close range both.
I mean,
yeah, two hits.
2 hits. 4 and a 3. So that's a shock and a nothing. Oh no, it's 2 shocks. Sorry. Let's just quickly do a quick sit rep where we're at the moment. I think this game is practically over at this point, to be perfectly honest. From my point of view, I'm waiting for the tea break to come up. My armoured car platoon has been completely evaporated.
Yep.
These guys on this edge
starting to take fire.
They're taking quite a lot of fire and pressure.
Surprisingly, this is here.
We've got an unknown entity right behind us, cutting us off to Stanley Village. Surrounded.
They gave good, but the British gave it well.
Yeah, they're taking some hits, aren't they? But
just the way the cars flew.
The problem is they are now short on ammo, so basically all you have to do is move away from me, and you can't fire at you.
Yeah.
Anything over 9 inches. And the other guys here in this corner again, they've lost another section. So at the moment, I have actually lost a platoon's worth of men. As it stands.
Yeah.
So that's a third of my forces gone.
There's a question of how much longer we're going. I think we're going to
We'll go to the tea break.
They've hardly been touched.
They've not hardly been touched.
They haven't even been revealed.
Exactly. So there's a fresh platoon sitting right on my arse. There's 4 tanks, only one of which has got a bit of damage.
Scratches, yeah. You can't really knock them out.
I'm kind of at that point. It's like, what happens next? So what we'll do is we'll have a look, see what the next card is. Perfect timing.
One more go.
Well, we're going to go have another go. I'm calling it.
You're going to call it?
Yeah, I'm going to concede it at this point, I think.
I didn't get a bayonet charging.
Do you want to get a bayonet charging?
People are going to be disappointed.
All right. We'll go for one more turn then. Let's do that. How's that for you?
Yeah. Right.
First card of the. It's got to be the last turn. This Axis Platoon 3.
Which is.
It's these guys, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So, What are you going to do with them, Dean? The way is open to Stanley Village at this point.
Shall I just move them up?
I would.
Make it easy.
Just get them moving.
So 3 dice.
I'll let you do that off camera. Okay, so these guys have just moved up here. You never know, you might get a human wave card.
Who knows?
Might come out, might be enough to get them moving again.
Armour 1.
Armour 1. Okay, so that's your Axis armour. So, what are these guys going to do? What are you doing with them?
He's got 1 dice left. Short range, okay shot.
Okay.
1 dice. 3. Which is 4 hits and a pinned.
4 hits and pinned. You got the pin for me. 5 sixes kills again. 2 kills and another shock. Is that kill on?
Got a guy left.
Big man? No, it's not.
You take that.
I've only got
guy back.
3 left in there. That's good. Yeah, they are taking some hits. What's your next one doing?
We'll take this one here. So he's got 3 dice for a machine gun that's close range. It's okay shot. Well, sorry, I give you that shot as a great. No,
it doesn't matter at this point, to be honest.
12 okay is 5 and pinned.
5
so
and
that
pinned,
so suppressed. Let's just turn it the other way around.
Just for now, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we've got another kill and a shock. And is that kill on the big man? 2, no it isn't. So your next next tank.
They're all the same, yeah. Says tanks have been a bit of a man of the match.
They have, haven't they?
Yeah. You wouldn't have thought. Thought they were going to get ripped to pieces and then.
Yeah. Should have put 2 pounders in.
7, 10 is 5 and pinned.
5 and pinned, so still suppressed. This time we've got 1, 2, 3 shock on them, so that takes them to 5. So they are going to fall back. They aren't broken, but there's only 4 of them if you're firing again.
That as well.
Yeah.
Oh, 6, which
6.
is 3 hits.
3 hits. That's another shock. So that takes their shock up to 6. There's 4 men in there, so they will fall back about 4 inches. So just put them back somewhere for us. Right, next card up then. Allied Big Man 3. So he's reduced shock and they are just firing with 3 dice. And that's 10, 12. Close range, okay shot is 5 hits and pinned, but they're already suppressed anyway. So 5 hits on them. So say we have 5 sixes.
3 kills.
3 kills on them.
And a pin.
Nice. And Axis human wave.
They've got to be within 6 inches though, isn't it? Or is it?
No, 6 inches of each other. And they just move. They can use all the dice to move. It's what the audience want, Dean. It's what the audience want. So of course he's going for it.
Human wave.
Straight into there. Just to wipe them out and destroy that flank. Right, so you've got to roll for each of these to make sure they get there.
And +1.
If they're within 4 inch of them, we'll go straight into close combat.
+1 per pip or just +1?
Just plus 1, I think. 18,
well.
That's them lads in.
Yeah. As if there was a doubt.
Yeah. So next ones is
Easily.
what have you got there? It's 8, 13, so they're in as well. He just refuses to roll those dice. I'm shorting these out because you need to know what they are. 12.
13. Yep, easily. Yeah.
They're in as well.
Just putting them there just to make them keep them pretty. And the last one. This one here, who traditionally haven't made it yet. 8,
18.
9. No, they made it.
Oh, okay, so they're just in.
Just in.
Right, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll work out the numbers for the close combat and then get back to you in a sec. Okay, we just totted up the numbers. I've got, what is it, 7 dice? How many you got, Dean?
39.
39. Which is more than 4 times what I've got, so my men will immediately rout off table, so they run 3d6, so they're not going to be sticking around anymore. That flank has collapsed. Are we carrying on?
Nah, there's no point. I'm just going to open up. I've got another 40 men in waiting on her.
You have. Right, folks, that's it. Well, that game is over. There's no coming back for me, I think, from this point. That flank has just disintegrated. There's a small amount of men left in that building there. They would easily be wiped out. I've lost over a platoon and a half's worth of men. They are currently running away down the centre towards Stanley Village. The only ones that have got any fighting force left, I think, are these guys here in the compound.
With
Dean?
low ammo shortage, and I even switched me with mobile machine guns around you ever.
Yes, exactly. You just can stand off and just fire at me. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to try to start withdrawing back to the village. This definitely was the last stand. The only other issue was this. You've got literally 40 men sitting there on my rear that I can't even see yet. I would have spotted them in the tea break, but they would, 40 men, another 40 men here.
Even if I charged you in when you were in cover, I could charge into building.
Oh yeah, you just smash everything to pieces. So yeah, that was definitely the last stand of the Hong Kong Volunteer Defence Corps.
And happy Christmas, one and all.
Indeed. Yeah, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Slightly different game of I Ain't Been Shot Mum, slightly different Christmas game. If you haven't enjoyed it, let us know in the comments. What did we do wrong? What did we do right? I think Dean did everything right, to be perfectly honest. I was outmanoeuvred at every turn, but there wasn't a great deal I could do. It's a very tight table, and I don't know how do you defend against that kind of thing.
Yeah.
As the men found in 1941. Well, anyway, as I say, hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you have, please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Storm of Steel video.